Hi, I'm Mike from Michael's Motor Cars, located in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and today I'd like to take you along on a test drive of our 2000 Aston-Martin DB7 Vantage Coupe. Let me start the car up first because it's hot in Pennsylvania and I want to get the air conditioning running on the car. So the car always starts quite easily. Everything is working on the car, all of the gauges and instrumentation. We have the fuel gauges working properly. It is charging correctly. The tachometer works. The speedometer and odometer are working. We're showing 37,000 original miles, and that is correct. The fuel gauge and the temperature gauge. And the car does run right in the middle. The little indicator light is we need to put some windshield washer fluid in the car. But all of the indicator lights go off correctly. I will talk about, please watch our showroom video where I'll go into more depth with this car. We did have it recently serviced by Steel Wings, and most importantly, which you'll see on the test drive, the car had the diagnostics report just done on it, and it's all clean. So the car was just thoroughly checked out by an Aston Martin specialist. It has been fully serviced and is ready to go. Back to my interior tour. Thankfully, the air conditioning is working great. All the fan speeds are working. It's blowing cold right now. The stereo system does work. Radio is working, even the clock is working, which is nice to see. Power windows are working, and of course all of the safety related items, the windshield wipers, the washers, turn signals, all of that is done. The car has been, as I said, serviced and inspected to PA. One other thing I'd like to point out while we're inside the car, one of the things we did, this car, the first 12 years of its life, it lived in California, and then it moved to the East Coast. The wood on the inside of the car was pretty heavily delaminating and the clear coat was coming off. So all of the wood on the car was thoroughly redone by Madeira Concepts in California. It's just about $3,000 to have all of the wood refinished. It is like new, and it is just gorgeous. It's the original coloring of the wood. This is what the car always had originally, and it just looks beautiful. So the interior of the car is quite nice since we refurbished that. So let's go for a drive. I am admittedly very biased towards Astons. I love them. I do vintage racing in a DB4. I own a DB9 stick, and I just love them. They're big old muscle cars in fancy suits. This one, of course, is the V12. Beautiful V12 sound, very smooth, of course. In this car, the DB7, Aston did a great job. The suspension is nice. The car has a very solid, tight feel to it. And of course the V12 engine, just enormous torque, incredibly smooth and high revving motor. We put a set of brand new tires the whole way around on the car. We also had the wheels redone, had them powder coated, so they look new. The dampening effect is very good in these cars. I love how Aston tuned these cars. Turning is nice. Brakes are nice and linear. And of course, incredible suspension and acceleration. It's just instant. And typically Aston, very civilized. When you're looking for an Aston, I think it's very important to check the servicing on it. As I mentioned, we just had this car serviced by John at Steel Wings, who runs an excellent Aston Martin specialty shop. He went through the car, he was very pleased with it, and I'll discuss that more in the showroom video. So please take the time, watch that video thoroughly, call us, ask us any questions you may have. We'll be happy to answer them. And someone's going to get a wonderful driving car that just looks gorgeous. Thanks for coming along.